Amsterdam, located in the Netherlands, is the country's largest city and its financial, cultural, and creative center, with over 1 million inhabitants in its urban area and about 2.5 million in its metropolitan region. Amsterdam gets its name from the river Amstel, which runs through it. The name used to be Amsterdam, but it was later changed to Amsterdam. The city is one of Europe's most popular tourist destinations, attracting over 7 million international visitors each year. Because of its picturesque canals that crisscross the city, stunning architecture, and more than 1,500 bridges, Amsterdam is commonly known as the Venice of the North. There is something here to suit any traveler's tastes, whether they love culture and history, serious partying, or simply the calm beauty of an old European city. Amsterdam began as a modest fishing village in the late 12th century and grew to become one of the world's most important trading centers during the Dutch Golden Age of the 17th century, with the first stock exchange and the joint ventures that gave rise to modern-day capitalism. The city's modest medieval center grew fast as the Jordan and Canal Belt neighborhoods were built. The latter's historic value was recognized when it was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2010. The city developed in all directions in the 19th and 20th centuries, with numerous new areas and suburbs developed in modernist styles. Amsterdam features one of Europe's most extensive old city centers, with around 7,000 certified historic structures. The street layout has remained virtually intact from the 19th century since there was no major bombing during World War II. The center is made up of 90 islands connected by 400 bridges, some of which are floodlit at night. Amsterdam is a city constructed on pillars. One of the most fascinating facts about Amsterdam is that it is built on 11 million poles, since the city is located around a meter below sea level. The Amsterdam Central Railway Station alone requires 9,000 poles to be supported, but a typical residence needs only 10. These 15 to 20 meter long wooden poles are set in an 11 meter deep sandy stratum. Amsterdam boasts more canals and bridges than Venice and Paris combined. It is simple to get around Amsterdam. Walking is the ideal way to traverse the city center because it is so level and the sites and areas of interest are close together. The city is also easily bikeable, as it is one of the world's most bike-friendly cities. Furthermore, the city boasts an extensive bus, tram, and metro system that would take you all across the city and beyond. Driving is not encouraged due to the city's short and narrow streets, and parking might be problematic. Driving around Amsterdam would be a hindrance rather than a help. Unlike other capital cities of its size, the city has an informal environment. Indeed, Amsterdam has a history of nonconformism, tolerance, and progressivism, all of which are reflected in its liberal cannabis and prostitution legislation. The Rijksmuseum, Gogh Museum, the Anne Frank House, Flower Market, Cuyp Market, and Vondelpark are among the other attractions. Many people visit Amsterdam because of its reputation for tolerance, albeit some of this reputation stems from cultural misconceptions. Prostitution is legal and permitted in the Netherlands, and it is particularly visible in Amsterdam with window prostitution. The sale, possession, and consumption of small amounts of cannabis is legal, and shops selling and using cannabis are located all around the city. Depending on your point of view, some may regard Amsterdam as an unwholesome city, while others may find its laid-back attitude appealing. Amsterdam can be a great family getaway if you avoid the red light district. The red light district is made up of multiple canals and the side streets that connect them, located south of Central Station and east of Damrak. Because the canals were historically part of the city fortifications, they are known as de Wallen, which means the quays in Dutch. Prostitution is restricted to specific streets, primarily side streets and alleys, but the zone includes the canals and some bordering streets. The entire neighborhood is heavily policed, and there are numerous surveillance cameras. Nonetheless, it is still a residential zone with many bars and restaurants, as well as historic buildings and museums. This is the city's oldest quarter. Netherlands Gothic Oude Kerk on the Oudis Bongenbo at Ouder Klampenstein, Amsterdam's oldest church, is today surrounded by window prostitution. There are numerous sex shops and peep show pubs in the vicinity. This area of town is a popular destination for bachelors celebrating a stag night or bachelor party. The residents of Amsterdam spend their summer days in the Vondelpark, and you should too. Every borough in Amsterdam has at least one park, but the Vondelpark in the south stands out for its size and welcoming atmosphere. The Plantage is primarily renowned for its lush greenery. Aside from its lush boulevards and elegant houses, it also has the Hortus Botanicus botanical gardens. Finally, Artis Zoo is an excellent family destination. Amsterdam has a reputation of being the party center of Europe, encouraging alcohol and cannabis consumption and legalized and obvious window prostitution. Though this may ring true and serves as a rite of passage for many young adults, it is also a wonderfully beautiful city with amazing architecture and an impressive history. It is a city you can get lost in, and there is a surprise, sometimes a surreal one, around every corner. The city is not for everyone. Many may find it to be an extremely liberating place, while others may find it seedy and crass. But it's important to see Amsterdam as more than this. It is an extremely beautiful and intriguing place that will make you feel alive and centered with the human experience. We hope you enjoyed this journey. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to see all of our videos of all the amazing places to see in the world. Also, please be sure to leave a comment below to share your tips and tricks for how to best see and navigate this amazing place on Earth.